Hello to everyone. In this video, let us discuss what are the different types of molecular velocities. So, majorly, molecular velocities are classified into three types. So, what are those means here? The first one is here most probable velocity. What is the first one? Most probable velocity. Most probable velocity. So what is most probable velocity? See here. What is most probable velocity? Indicated with Cp. What is the definition here? The velocity possessed by the most number of molecules in a sample of gas is known as most probable velocity. So one example here, in a gas sample, 80% molecules having the velocity 3 meter per second, 20% molecules having the velocity 5 meter per second. Therefore, what is the most probable velocity means 3 meter per second, because it is possessed by most number of molecules. So like that, the velocity possessed by most number of molecules in a gaseous sample known as most probable velocity. And to calculate most probable velocity, the formula is here Cp equals to under root 2RT by m, or we can write it as under root 2PV by m, or that equals to under root 2P by d. So root over 2RT by m, or root over 2PV by m, or root over 2P by d. So this is the formula to calculate most probable velocity. And the second velocity is here average velocity. So what is average velocity definition here? Average velocity means that average of velocity of all the molecules. That means how we have to calculate this one? Sum of the velocities divided by number of molecules. So average velocity C bar equals to, we can write here what is that? Sum of the velocities means C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus so on Cn divided by number of molecules n. And to calculate average velocity, the formula is root over 8RT by pi m, or that equals to 8PV by pi m, or that equals to root over 8P by pi d. So these are the formulas used to determine which one average velocity. And third type of velocity is which one here? RMS velocity. What is the meaning of RMS velocity? Let us see here. RMS velocity means root of the mean of the squares of the velocities. Root of the mean of the squares of the velocities is known as RMS velocity. So this indicated with simply C or CRMS, you can write C equals to root over. So root of the means we have to consider root over, and mean of the means we have to take that n by n, and squares means c1 square plus c2 square dash 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 cn square. So root of the mean of the squares of the velocities is known as RMS velocity. Among all the velocities, it is the accurate velocity. Among all these three velocities, RMS velocity is considered as accurate velocity. And in the derivation of kinetic gas equation also, we consider which one means RMS velocity only. So what is the that means what is the for what purpose and what is the reason to consider RMS velocity in the kinetic gas equation derivation? That question also one can get here, because for example, if you consider the velocity of gas molecule, it is a vector quantity. So if in one direction, if its value is positive, in opposite direction, that velocity will get a negative value. So in RMS velocity, we are squaring the velocities. So if we are squaring the velocities, that negative value also become positive. So for that reason, we consider RMS velocity in the derivation of kinetic gas equation. So it is the accurate velocity among the three velocities. And another formula to calculate RMS velocity is what here? Root over 3RT by M, or that equals to root over 3PV by M, or that equals to root 3P by D. So these are the different formulas, and a shortcut method also there to calculate RMS velocity: 1.58 into 10 power 4 into root over capital T by capital M centimeter per second. So just by substituting temperature and molecular weight in this expression, we can calculate RMS velocity. Okay, so by using this formula, easily we can determine RMS velocity. And after that, the relation between among the three velocities. Relation among the three velocities. So what is the relation here? Cp is to C bar is to CRMS equals to. So we can write which one here? Root 2RT by M is to root 8RT by pi M is to root 3RT by M. And upon cancellation of RT by M, here we can get root 2 is to root 8 by pi is to root 3, and we can get 1 is to 1.128 is to 1.224. So this is the ratio present among the three types of velocities. Okay, then by using RMS velocity, one can calculate other two velocities. So what is the formula now here? Cp and C bar we can calculate using RMS velocity. To calculate most probable velocity, 0.8166 into CRMS. To calculate average velocity, 0.9213 into CRMS. So these are the formulas used to determine which one Cp and C bar using RMS velocity. Okay, so let us see one simple question related to these three types of velocities. What is the simple question? Calculate RMS, average and most probable velocities for nitrogen gas at 27 degrees centigrade. So first let us calculate RMS velocity. So how to calculate RMS velocity here? Easy formula: 1.58 into 10 power 4 into root over T by M centimeter per second. So let us consider this as 1.6. Don't worry regarding that change. Round it off to 1.6. 1.6 into 10 power 4 into root over 27 degrees centigrade means 300. and nitrogen gas molecular weight 28 centimeter per second. So if you consider this as 30, 30 ones are 30 tens are root 10. So 1.6 into 10 power 4 into root 10 means approximately we may get 3.1. So upon this multiplication, 4.9 into 10 power 4 centimeter per second. So this is which velocity? RMS velocity. After getting RMS velocity, to calculate Cp and C bar, already we know the formulas. Cp equals to 0.8166. So 0.8 into this, approximately consider that as 5 into 10 power 4, and C bar means 0.9 into 5 into 10 power 4 centimeter per second. So like that we have to calculate RMS velocity using that the remaining two velocities. So this is a simple problem related to types of velocities. And then one important thing is here, what is that? Molecular velocity distribution curves. So what is molecular velocity distribution curves means? So here on this x-axis we have to consider velocity, on the y-axis we have to consider number of molecules having a particular velocity. So how we can get this graph means here, let it be the graph at T1 temperature, and at T2 temperature we can get the graph like this, T2 greater than T1. Now here this peak of the curve occupied by most probable velocity Cp, and at the middle of that one C bar, and highest velocity means it is among these three, highest velocity means it is nothing but RMS velocity. So we have to remember some important points regarding this graph and these three velocities. First one is here, what is the order of velocities? As per velocity order, CRMS greater than C bar greater than Cp, and order of number of molecules, which velocity possessed by most number of molecules? Cp. So NCP greater than NC bar greater than NCRMS. You have to remember first these 2 points. And another one, peak of the curve in molecular velocity distribution curves, peak of the curve occupied by which velocity? Which velocity means most probable velocity, Cp. So that we have to remember. And another important thing here, as the temperature increases, what happens? That nature of the graph, so the graph will become flat because the sharpness decreases, it is flattened. And another one, as temperature increases, what happens? Velocity of the molecule, see here, T2 means that graph is moved to right side direction. That means as temperature increases, the graph of molecular distribution curves moves in right hand direction, means it moves towards high velocity side. So as temperature increases, velocity of the molecules increases, but number of molecules having highest velocity decreases. So we have to remember these important things. First one, as per order of velocity. Second one, as per order of number of molecules having velocities. And as which occupy the peak of the curve means Cp. and as the temperature increases, the graph will become flat and moves towards high velocity side. Another point, as temperature increases, velocity of the molecules increases, but number of molecules having highest velocity decreases. So these are the important things we have to remember regarding this molecular distribution velocities. Okay, then after that, some important formulas also there regarding these three types of velocities. What are the different type of formulas? Let us see here. The first one is they will give same gas but at different temperatures. First condition, same gas, different temperatures. So then what is the formula? C1 by C2 equals to root over 3RT by m for ms velocity. That means C1 and T directly proportional. So T1 by T2. So that means they give the same gas but at different temperature. So what is the question here? At 27 degrees centigrade, methane has 0.3 meter per second velocity. At 327 degrees centigrade, methane velocity is how much? So that means here gas is same but temperature is different. So we have to use this formula. By substituting in this equation, we get which one C2 value. That means C1 0.3 by C2 equals to root over 27 means 300 Kelvin, 327 means 600 Kelvin. So now by solving this, 300 ones are 300 twos are. Now squaring on both sides, we can get, or otherwise you can write this as C2 equals to 1.414 into 0.3. Like that we can calculate. So we have to use this formula when gas is same but different temperatures. Sometimes temperature is same but they give different gases. So now second condition, same temperature but different gases. So here temperature is same but gases are different. So C1 by C2 equals to root over M2 by M1, because C and M are inversely proportional, 3RT by M. So for that reason we have written that expression like this. Now regarding this, which type of question we get here? At 27 degrees centigrade, methane has velocity 0.3 meter per second. Now at the same temperature, sulfur dioxide has how much velocity? So now substitute in this, 0.3 by C2 equals to root over. M2 means molecular weight of sulfur dioxide 64, M1 molecular weight of methane 16. So we get C2 equals to, how much we can get here? 0.3 by 2 means we can get 0.15. So like that we have to calculate which one velocity of other gas. And another one here, another formula, if both temperature and gases are different temperatures and different gases, then we have to combine that formula. So T1 and T2 also we have to write. So now the formula becomes C1 by C2 equals to root over M2 T1 by M1 T2. When both temperature and gases are different, we have to use this formula. And last but not least, another formula also there. If the two gases are having same velocity means C1 equals to C2. Therefore we have to use the formula T1 by M1 equals to T2 by M2. So related to this, what is the question we get here? What is the question means? At what temperature methane has same velocity as sulfur dioxide having at 27 or at 327 degrees centigrade, or you can take 27 also. So now at what temperature methane has same velocity as that of sulfur dioxide at 27 degrees centigrade. So T1 we have to determine here. So T1 by methane molecular weight 16 and T2 means 27 degrees centigrade plus 273 means we can get 300 by sulfur dioxide molecular weight is how much? 64. 16 ones are 16 fours are. So therefore by using that expression we can calculate which one, that T1. So these are the different questions we get regarding which one RMS velocity. Okay.